Wow, that was loud. Hi and welcome. Whoa. Hi and welcome to the channel. My name is Karsha Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave, and it looks like I've somehow again linked my sound set automatic bits and pieces to my unmute button. I don't know how I keep on doing this, but it keeps on doing. Welcome to the cave. We are doing our Sunless Citadel single class challenge. Today we have some druids trying to take on the challenge. It's our first week of 4. It's going to be hard because druids don't have the biggest damage output. They don't have the biggest armor. They're not allowed to even have metal armor. But we're going to get a lot of animals, that's for sure. A lot of animals are going to be coming out in future weeks. So we'll go around and do an introduction of everyone. Is there anyone that wants to go first for the introduction of who they are, who their character is, maybe a quick description? Or should I have to just elect someone randomly?
No.
Okay. So, Jim, would you like to do an introduction of who you are? Maybe your experience with Roll20 or role-playing, who your character is.
Sure. So Kryn is decently older looking man with bright red hair over his face and over some of his arms, over some parts of his arms, not some of his arms. He's not a spider yet. Also some visible scars over his face and arms and part of his body. He's wearing not very good looking hide armor, basically random hide of animals covering most of his body. That's what he considered a hide armor. A strange looking, rather dark wooden staff that looks awfully long compared to usual staffs, and an easily put together tiny shield on his other arm.
Okay.
Messy hair, mustache everywhere, and big teeth poking out. That's pretty much it for Kryn.
Okay, fantastic. And Ursame?
My character Fauna is a wood elf. Probably kind of dark skin, dark hair. Probably a little bit shabby looking. Not a lot of money for good clothes. Just fairly average looking. Wood elf.
Shall we go to David?
Sure. My character's name is Bose Tigris I, or just Bose is the name he goes by. He's a Earth Genasi, primarily an orangish brown color throughout most of his body. He's also fairly scraggly, but he carries himself very reserved, almost like a timid character.
Okay. And finally, the person that actually saved the show by applying yesterday and doing everything overnight. I mean, absolutely everything. Character creation, setting up Zoom and everything, and yeah, just so much. I'm not going to pronounce your name, but I'll try. Naine.
That's close enough.
Close enough.
Naine.
Naine.
Yeah.
I'm going to butcher that every time, I'm sorry.
That's okay, that's all right. So I'm playing Brescia. She's a mountain dwarf, kind of older. She's like an older lady, kind of short for a dwarf, a little hunched over, gray hair, very afraid of dirt. Well, not afraid, just dislikes dirt. She keeps all of her clothing really clean and well maintained. She's kind of a little bit quirky. But yeah, she left her clan just because she needs to get out of the mountains because there's a lot of dirt in the mountains, and so she became a druid to be around more dirt. Yeah.
Which totally makes sense. That is totally fine. caricatures and weirdness is absolutely the way we play this game, because, well, there's going to be a lot of combat. There's not a huge amount of time to really get into like in-depth backstories, which is why we do like a little bit more background here, because, well, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. So just a shout out to Syrinscape. We're using Syrinscape for our audio. So our intro music was the Weeby Goblins Syrinscape audio. We're going to be using a few of the Syrinscape bits. So we use Syrinscape because they're pretty much the best thing that we have. Oh, not the best thing we have. They're pretty much the best thing on the market, is what I should say. That's my opinion. They're also local, so I want to support local groups. So if you're doing both in like online and offline role playing, check out Syrinscape. They can add so much to the atmosphere of a game, from sci-fi to fantasy to horror, even to just comical campaigns. I also haven't warned our characters that every time we roll a 1, which is a fumble, we're going to have this. No, we're not. We're going to have this. Every time we roll a 1, we're going to get the fumble. We're going to get that. When we do our when we roll a critical, we get a reward as well. That also goes for me as well. I punish myself with that as well. Just to pretty much set the mood, this is a comical game. If you're wondering, if you die, you come back. You're not told that. Our barbarian last time, who was an old barbarian who wanted to die and not die of old age, didn't like it when he came back to life. So he will come back. It's going to happen. It's the time that you're doing your death saves. That's the time you're away from your party. That's when your party's going to suffer. That's when we usually get total party kills. So it's okay. I haven't set up the overlay for the death counters, but we will have a death counter in the overlay. I can't believe I forgot that one. Expect total party kills. Expect to die. It's okay. The other thing is we're just here to have fun. And I'm pretty sure there's something else. Oh yes, chat dice. So if you see numbers above us here in our overlays, different coloured numbers, if you're watching chat, you can donate, and donate with hashtag the colour. Everyone's coloured tokens. I've got purple because I like purple, and so hashtag with the colour, and you donate a dice for the player. The player can use it to assist in their skill check, in their attack roll, or their saving throw, just like a bless or inspiration spell and things like that. And it's a D10, so we've ramped it up from, I think, D4s initially to D10s. If you want to donate a little bit more, you can do it to me, and I'll use it again with the monsters against them, just for more fun, of course. So that's about it. We're going to jump in because we're running a little bit late, and let's have some fun. So let's do our intro. So let's get our tavern music happening. There we go. There we go. So we cut ourselves to a lively tavern. The tavern is called the Goblin Cave Tavern, and there's a big crowd here tonight. The party members aren't there. At least they don't think they are there. And the big announcement comes in. Welcome to the Goblin Cave Tavern. Welcome, welcome. Tonight we have a challenge. We have our single class challenge. We have a group of druids, nonetheless, taking on the Sunless Citadel dungeon. The dungeon which was the first step of the glory of the Phoenix Lords, and they think that they can do it in only 16 hours, and I don't think that we're going to last very long. We're surprised that last week or last month we had the barbarians actually made it through after our bards quit after only a few hours. So we've got a couple of druids in, a couple of hippies, and we'll see how we go. Just a reminder, if they die, it's okay. It's all an illusion. They don't know it though. so don't give any spoilers. If they die, they'll come back to life, and at least they'll feel all the damage if they don't know. And the treasures that they have, that they pick up, they may be illusionary, they may be real, we're not telling them. But they're here for glory, they're here for fun, and we're here to watch them and drink a lot. So place your bets, and let's get into the game. Let's get into the show itself. So let's get in, and we'll move across out of here and into the fortress top. There we go. The fortress top is the start of the Sunless Citadel. And here we go. So there's going to be a lot of box text. I probably should have warned everyone about the box text. There's a lot of them. So, a sandy ledge overlooks a subterranean gulf of the darkness. The ledge is wide but rough. Sand and rocky debris and bones in small animals cover it. A rough-hewn stairwell zigzags down the side of the ledge, descending into darkness. You're in the middle of a canyon, and there is no way to get from either side of the canyon, but just darkness below. And that is where we set our scene. So, it's all... You can start walking, you can start moving your tokens. Nothing to see here, nothing suspicious at all.
I'd love to, but we're not on the right layer.
You're not on the right layer. Oh, that's always me. I do this all the time. I do this all the time.
Is this a fire pit in the center there?
Yes, there looks to be an old fire pit that's was there long ago. Looks like it's been disused. Though there does look like there's footprints, large footprints, and not just footprints, but there's also a looks like a snake that's passed by here recently.
How large are the footprints? Like
humanoid size. Some of them even larger, not giant, but large humanoid as well.
Looks like we're not alone here, eh?
Yeah, and as you start moving, the wind flies through the canyon floor, then comes up to your height. But again, you're safe where you are, but there's just this wind that channels through. And as you look, there's a stairway that just zigzags down and down and down further into the darkness. For some of you it's darkness, for some it's less dark.
Well, I'm going to reach into my backpack and grab a torch and light said torch.
I'm also lighting my lantern.
Is there anything like weird about the fire pit? Can I investigate that, or
you can investigate the fire pit if you want to do investigation roll. Oh, and David, if you type to me, it still goes to it goes on live anyway. So just say it. It's okay.
Oh. Okay.
The fire pit looks like it hasn't been used for a few months now.
Okay.
It's certainly not as recent as the footprints, which was maybe a month ago.
All right. And GM question: do we all know each other?
You can do any backstory you want. I do not mind if you want to know each other, if you want to be best friends, or if you're absolutely strangers that are knocked out. This is just a, yeah. You can make up backstories on the fly if you really want. Just be mindful of everyone around you, maybe.
Well, I say let's descend into the canyon proper.
Yeah.
All right, dearie.
Very well.
Let's go ahead then. Oh,
Well, after you.
sure. Thanks.
Oh.
Not so fast.
Oh.
So, we
Now
do
don't
have...
get ahead. You don't know. We don't know where we are.
And Esme, yep, all the way at the back. That's right, Archer.
Yeah. Plus, I don't think I said, but she's not gonna like people get too close to her.
Okay, so just stop there. But as we mentioned before, when we pick up the turn order, it's usually a time then something's about to happen. So just stop right there.
Stopping right here.
Yep. As Boz gets onto the ledge, suddenly out from the sides come some giant rats.
Oh, your favorite rat boy.
It is his favourite. So they come around from the side of the ledge from where they're hiding, and they essentially move in. But initiative to what happens next.
So roll initiative then?
Roll initiative, please.
Wow.
They're still waiting on Esme. Well, they're waiting in ambush, so of course they're going to get better.
Yep.
There we go. So 19th rats. I think this is the best initiative I had for these rats. So they're going to just group up on Boz. Now rats have this nice little ability. It's known for in a few creatures. Mainly, the one creature that everyone knows it for is kobolds, and it's called pack tactics. So if you're not familiar with it, all these are going to be attacks with advantage.
The rats have pack tactics?
Pack tactics. Yes, they do.
Holy
yes, they do. So let's go to us there. Scroll down. So 22, I believe, is going to be hit for 4 damage.
Indeed.
And 17, so 21, I think is also going to be hit.
That's a good start. I'm already falling.
Yep, I think that's a good start, at least for me. Yes, rats have pack tactics. Rats are nasty. So, Crane.
Well, I'm going to quickly cast Shillelagh on my piece of wood, and then jump down from the stairs at the rats right below me. Filthy rats! And there goes the Shillelagh staff. Amazing will.
16 is a hit. 4 damage.
Yeah.
There you go. And you should just be able to... Oh, you can't see it because it's behind you. There you go. That's where the health is.
Yep.
They did some damage. Any other actions or movements or...
Nope, that's how he's doing.
Okay. Dresser?
Alright. So, she's gonna go ahead and... not a lot of room. She's gonna very carefully avoid the dirt wall and... I don't know, move right here? Is that possible?
You can move right there. You do put yourself in danger for 3 rats, and you just saw what 3 rats can do.
Yeah, okay, maybe not.
Oh no, you've done it.
Huh?
No, that's okay.
No, I'm just gonna do it actually. Whatever. Alright, so I'm gonna go for the rat that's already been hit.
Yep.
And I'm gonna pull out my warhammer and try that.
Wow.
It's almost a hit.
Oh.
It's actually almost a hit. Not quite good enough, but damn, that would have wiped it clean. As your swing goes through, hits the edge of the stairs, and just chunks of rock and debris go flying.
I cower a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be the end. Cover my face.
And Ursula with Fana?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my bow out and try to hit that one there.
Yep. That's certainly a hit. 11 damage. So this is what 11 damage does to rats.
Oh.
That's how much overkill you just did.
It almost looks like I have a health bar now.
And you're not allowed to take that health bar. It's not yours. Any movement?
No, I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay. Boz, can we get a death save? Our first one.
You
already.
may. I succeeded.
You succeed. That should tick 103.
Indeed.
Now, Bressa, you did put yourself in the middle there.
Yep.
But it's only 2. So it's not as big of a danger, but they still have pack tactics. That's definitely a hit. And that's another hit. So 11 points of damage.
Oh, that's gonna take me out.
Okay.
All right, we're doing great.
Believe me, you're not dead yet. Crane, you've just seen two of your companions drop by these rats.
Boss is the one that dropped for longer, right?
Yes.
A look at to the fallen body right next to me. There's no time to sleep around over here. Go kill those damn rats. That's my healing word.
Okay. For 5.
To both. And then I'm gonna slam my staff at the rat right in front of me.
Whoa, that's a lot of damage. So again, 9 damage on a rat when it's already hurt does a lot of damage. And Boz, you're up and awake. Oops, wrong button.
And then I'm just gonna calmly go step on the rat's body. Oh wait, is the rat still alive?
The one below you?
Okay, great.
It's dead.
Yeah, just making sure.
Oh yeah, it's totally dead. I'm just going to move it to the GM's layer though. Because otherwise it's... There we go. It's looking weird on my screen, but you're there, I can see you. Bressa, would you like to do your first death save? Good pass. And Fana?
I'll hit that other rat with my...
You say you'll hit.
Well,
you'll try.
I will attempt to hit.
It's hovering over the wow. It's close.
Oh.
And it hits though.
Yeah.
They've actually done a lot of damage to it. I'm just going to move the other one to the GM layer because they get in the way. Any movement or bonus actions or any other?
No, I'll just stay where I'm at.
Okie dokie. And Boz, you've now got 5 health. You're back up. What would you like to do?
You stupid. Trying to ambush me like that. I would have been your friend otherwise. But a shame you attacked me as such. I'm going to draw one of my daggers and lash out at the rat.
Okay, start your lashing out. That's a hit and that's a kill. Meanie.
Oh, that looks better.
There you go. So 3 rats down. Bresser is still unconscious. So Kane, what would you like to try to do? Crane, sorry.
Sorry, I didn't hear it.
Crane, what would you like to do? It's your...
Oh, it's all out of combat?
Well, you'd think so, but Brezza can still do death saves, so there's still a risk there.
Say, like, let me finish my death save.
Yeah.
Heal me. Let's save ourselves.
Are they... Yeah.
Can I do that? I mean, if everybody else.
May I perform first aid?
That's an idea. That's kind of what I was looking for. Yes, you can
Leave me
perform
to
first aid to
die.
stabilize.
Doesn't know how to do first aid.
Well, she'll get one more death save, and then I can try to stitch her up.
Yeah, so 1 death save.
Okay. Alright, so that was a success.
Yep. And an attempted first aid is a medical check, I believe. Medicine. That's a pass. So that's another pass.
Alrighty. So she's stabilized.
You're stabilized. You're on 1 health, though.
Okay.
This does not bode well. But I will say this. At least you didn't get a total party kill, because that's happened.
I can believe it.
Pack tactics is awesome. I love it. So you stabilized. The rats' bodies are just like on the ground. With a little bit of effort, you can just quickly kick them over the edge. And the danger is moved off. But you're still on a ledge. With only darkness below.
Can I look about? Well, I guess I can't. It's dark. Never mind.
Brescia's gonna stand up and wipe her back off really good and just shake off her coat and just try and get all of that dirt off.
Oh yeah, you're dirty. You're on the ground.
Yeah, she's
It's dust.
not
It's
happy
dirt.
about it.
Oh. Yeah.
Does anybody have a duster or something? I think I forgot mine at home.
Oh, it's just a little dirt.
It's just dearie. And she just trails off.
Besides being dirty, are you all right, Bressa?
Well, my pride is wounded, but I'm alive.
That is your bride.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you say we kill more damn rats to get your bride back.
Yeah. Well, it would make me feel better.
There you go.
It's worth a shot. Shall we continue?
Yeah.
I suppose so. I mean, about the only thing we can do.
Yeah. So just changing the light from the lantern wasn't working properly. There you go. So no, as you descend into darkness, the stairs keep going and going and going, until you find yourself at the base of the Sunless Citadel, in the depth of the canyon, some 250 feet from the top of where you started. As in, not 250 steps, but feet downhill. At the bottom, at the base, because from the canyon walls, you can just see the light from the top, but you are, quite frankly, in darkness. And the fortress emerges in front of you, the subterranean citadel. Though impressive, it seems long forgotten. The lightless windows, cracked crenellations, and leaning towers any indication, all is quiet, though a cool breeze blows up from below, bringing the scent of dust and a faint trace of rot. It looks like this citadel once stood up on the ground and has fallen into the canyon, or at least the canyon has enveloped the citadel, and that was what caused its fall. And we're going to move to our second map. Remember, bottom corner. I'll do that ping again.
Right, we should have a lantern. Ah.
There we go. Very big map. Where are we? So the narrow stairs empty into a small courtyard, apparently the top of what was once a crenellation battlement. The buried citadel was sunk so far into the earth that the battlement is now level with it, level with the surrounding floor. You may want to just wait for the box text, guys. It may give you hints. The floor stretches away to the north, to the south, composed of a layer of treacherous crumbled masonry, which reaches unknown depth. To the wall to the west looms the surviving structure what once was the sunless citadel. A tower now stands on the west side of the courtyard. And Kane, so I'm going to keep on calling you Kane, I'm going to try. Can you please do a dex save, please? DC 10. Oh, sorry, DC 15 dex save. Oh boy.
That's your one.
Oh no.
Alright.
As this is why.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I was watching where you were moving your character. And you fell into the pit. Although the pit is only 10 foot down, there seems to be debris at the bottom, maybe some bones. Some of the bones seem to be a bit more fresh than not. And suddenly you hear some scratching coming out, and a giant rat jumps out from the bones and tries to attack. So we'll have an initiative. Oh, and the lantern fell down too.
Yeah, I think we have 2 lanterns, which we shouldn't.
I think I copied and pasted one. I think that's the one you're using. There we go. So you're going. Well, Faina, you see the floor just drop. It just essentially just dropped down, and he falls into the pit.
Do I see that rat?
You do not see anything. He's 10 foot down in the pit. The light's coming up from underneath, from the bottom of the pit, but you do not see a rat. You just, yeah.
Crane? Or Crane? How's that pronounced?
Crane.
Crane. Okay. Crane? Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm alright. This damn rat is not gonna be alright. I just point my staff at the rat.
Oh, are you going... Dresser? Are you going to do any attacks or anything else in the movement, or...?
Let's see.
Sorry, Ursame?
Oh.
I don't think there's really anything I can do. So...
Okay. Dresser?
I'm gonna go ahead and reach into my bag and pull out my explorer pack and pull out my hunting rope, and I'm gonna throw it down for Crane to grab onto.
Okay.
I'll probably move my foot over there.
So, Crane, you've got an option to get out quite easily, or you've got a giant rat in there.
If I try to get out, I have a feeling the rat is gonna attack me, right?
Well, it's up to you. You also notice. Actually, can I have a spot check or perception check?
Oh. Wait.
Just
Can I?
well,
Can I disengage and climb out?
you disengage. Yes.
And then climb out?
Can I also have a spot check?
Spot? Like...
Perception.
So perception check.
Oh.
So, I've had too many years of too many different campaigns and too many different systems. Okay, you don't notice the gear mechanism at the bottom of the bottom of the trap. But you grab on, and with help, you easily jump out or get assisted out of the trap, and the giant rat doesn't attack you, but it squeals and it hollows, and it seems to struggle trying to get out itself. As slowly but surely the trap resets itself.
Oh,
And it just slowly brings itself back up and resets itself and just stops. So now it's indistinguishable from the floor.
Did the rat go up with it, or is
The rat is now, the rat is again stuck in the trap.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to carefully tiptoe around the trap.
I say we ignore that and just keep moving.
Yeah. So going around the trap, there's a door in front of you.
I knew that bastard dead, but if you really want, sure. I push against the door.
Yeah. The door opens. The door opens, revealing a circular area which is cobbled with cracked granite, upon which sprawl bodies of 4 goblins, apparently slain in combat. One of the corpses stands with its back against the western wall, the spear that killed it still skewering, I can't pronounce that, holding it up, still impaling it against the wall, holding it upright. 3 wooden doors lead from this area. A hollow tower of loose masonry reaches some 30 feet into the air, but the intervening floors and stairs are long gone, except for a couple of crumbled ledges which are unreachable. That's what you see.
Do I see any tiny stones or rocks in either of the rooms?
There may have been stones in the trap, if you wanted to go back there. There is rubble everywhere, but you can easily find rubble in this entire place.
I'll just take some tiny rubbles and put them in my bag.
Yep. So if you need sling stones or things like that, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dearie, why are you picking that up? That's dirty. You don't just
Dirt
pick
heavy
things up
pretty
off
have
the
used
ground
sometimes.
like that.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear it.
You just don't pick things up off the ground like that. It's filthy.
I throw a little rock into the air and catch it again. Well, filthy, huh? Well, they are filthier when they hit on someone's face. Not saying yours, but it'll be fun.
Well, as long as it stays away from me, I guess I can't complain.
You ain't got no worries. And I continue to put it back in my backpack.
The room is still empty.
Keep an eye on him.
You're still outside the room.
Yeah, we should probably walk in.
Okay.
Let's start walking.
After you.
You're so
I
apprehensive.
continue walking in.
That light's still not shining enough.
Looks like we're not the only visitors.
I want to go up to the body down here where I am and investigate it.
The light's still not shining enough. The body looks like it's been let's say. Here we go. It looks like it's been dead for quite a while. Looks like something's been gnawing at the bones, and the body certainly seems to be looted. Investigation. Yep. It wasn't needed, but yes, thank you.
Oh.
Yep. No, that's okay. Yes.
Oh, I have a feeling something's in here eating these. Just a feeling.
Okay. As you with the investigation roll though, you notice like you take the spear off the goblin that's stuck onto the wall, and you notice something behind it. Can anyone? Well, what languages can people read?
Draconic.
Then that's what it reads.
Oh.
In Draconic, behind the wall, reads Ashardalon. which was covered up by the goblin's body.
What does it say?
Just that, a Shardalon.
Do you know what that means?
It's not a word that you understand. It's certainly written in Draconic, but it's not an item or a thing or a concept. So you could probably work out that it's maybe a name or a place that you're not familiar with. Just like with the English language, there's words which you know are certain things, but this isn't that, so it must be like a name or something along them lines.
It looks pretty familiar. So it seems like something Kobold's right, but I can't figure out what it is.
It certainly wasn't written by kobolds, though. It looks older. As in, it looks like it was deliberately done.
Something Kobold or Kobold's ancestors or whatever.
Can I check the rest of the room for any similar writing?
As you're starting to walk around the room and checking,
Oh,
a
no.
door opens up. I can't believe you just noticed. No one noticed the fact that I always open that door, and they don't react to the fact that I've just opened up a part of the room.
I saw it, but she was already talking. I was like, oh no, she's right there.
I just love it. Like, yeah, it seems that everyone just doesn't react as you normally go. It's like, oh my god. So as you're searching around, investigating, looking for more clues, and investigating the bodies, part of the wall just seems to move away and just crumble, and skeletons look like they were in a guard room. Maybe they've long since been sealed off from the world when the Citadel fell, and now emerging and moving towards you with weapons drawn. Crane, you're first to react to this.
Noticing the wall crumbling, I'm gonna first walk a little closer to have a better look. I see one skeleton. I see the health bar of another skeleton.
Yeah, that's the problem with having health bars visible.
Yeah. Okay. Some filthy stuff behind that wall over there. Come at me. I'm gonna cast Shillelagh.
Yep.
Go over here, and then I'll take the dodge action to ready my weapon and ready to block whatever attack that's incoming.
Okay. Strategy. Oh my god. Boz, right at the back of the room.
Okay. I'm going to step a little bit over here, and seeing the skeleton, I'm going to take one more step back to the side and launch a dart in its direction.
Okay. They throw your dart. It just misses. It seems to hit the skeleton, but with the back of the dart instead of the front of the dart. You just off its armor class. Any other movement would you like, or?
Nope, that's it for me.
Faina, Ursame.
I'm take out my bow. Can I try to hit this skeleton here from where I'm at?
Yep, you can actually see two skeletons, but yes, well, two and a bit.
Yeah, I can kind of see part of the one that's in front of Crane.
Yep.
Crane.
There we go.
Oh my.
There we go. So as you pull back the bow and you line up the shot and you let go and you hear a twang which you don't like the sound of. You've just what's called dry fired the bow. The arrow wasn't actually on the string as you let go. The twang sounds horrible. You know it's bad. You know it can do damage to the bow. You hope that it didn't. The arrow falls to your feet and nothing else happens. But the fact that you've just really, really failed. Would you like to do anything else, though, with your movement?
No, I'll stay where I'm at. She ain't getting near any of that.
Bressa, you also can see pretty much most of what's going on there.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and stay where I am, but I'm gonna cast Produce Flame, and I'm gonna aim for the skeleton that's right there. Did I do a hit, roll a hit?
So Produce Flame, yep. Doesn't have a. It doesn't have a roll to hit. Let's set that up quickly for you.
No, you can make a ranged attack with it.
Yeah, it's the.
Oh.
So that's.
If he throws the fireball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why isn't that coming up? There we go. Let's so quickly character sheet editing. Produce flame. Damage. Spell attack. It should have worked. I should have done a ranged attack. It did. Your ranged attack was a 7. You missed with your throw.
Oh.
So you throw fire in there and it hits the wall behind. But it lights up the room and you can clearly know that there's 3 skeletons in there now. Any movement or?
I'm gonna go ahead and step back a bit, right there.
Good choice, because you do have only 1 health. Just as a hint there. And so the skeletons chamber out, and they see you right behind the side of the door, and they're going to shamble around you and start focusing their attacks. So they're going to do the whole stacks up on you.
They have pack tactic too.
No, you're just the closest target.
Oh, they don't have pack tactic?
No,
okay,
they
great.
don't.
No, he did take the dodge action, so hopefully he'll be okay.
They just have
fuck.
multi-attack. I'm kidding, they don't.
Okay.
You're level 1, I'm not going to be that mean. Yet.
I hope so.
Oops. Get out of that button, there we go. So my roll training's a little bit sluggish this morning, that's okay. We'll work around that. So on disadvantage on all these attacks, which really is annoying, but it's a smart move by you. So we got 1. So a miss. Another miss. And I believe another miss.
Yep.
They all trying to stacks on, and you're moving, you're dodging, and yeah, very lucky, very smart. And it's your go. You're now surrounded though.
That's all you can do, fuckers. You gotta try harder. I continue to touch.
Smart move.
Good job, dearie.
Boz, would you like to enter combat and help out Crane?
I will indeed attempt to help. I'm going to... Well, I suppose that he's dodging, so I'm just going to throw another dart at the skeleton.
Okay, so the closest one?
Yes.
Okay. $15's certainly a hit. 4 damage.
You rolled a 4.
There we go. So you can see just how little 4 damage does to them. They're going to need a little bit more damage than that, especially from darts. Any movement or bonus actions or reactions?
Nope, I'm good where I am.
Okay. Samay with Fana?
Can I just like look at my bow real quick and make sure it's all right from what I did before?
You think you're going to be okay.
Okay. Then I'm going to try to hit the same one that Boss hit with my longbow.
Yep. Much better shot this time. As the arrow goes in, it moves around the rib cages and seems to shatter several bones. And in its shattering, you think it actually hit the spine because it doesn't look as good as it did before. It's a little bit more wobbly up the top, but it's still alive.
Okay. And I'm just going to stay where I'm at.
Yep. Dresser?
They're going forward. We're just going to stay back here. Good luck, Crane.
Crane, you're doing so good. I say as I like step back even more, and I'm going to try using Produce Flame again at the one that is practically out.
Yep. Standing on top of the lantern almost.
Yep.
A 13 hits this time, and you set him ablaze.
All right. And that's going to be the end of my turn.
Yeah, we can do this as well. There you go. And you set him ablaze and now on fire. So, the skeletons go. Unless you... Oh, you've moved even further.
I'm good where I am.
I didn't realise that they... even if you're disadvantaged, because of their standing on opposite sides, they have advantage because they're... Because of where they're positioned. You're muted.
Oh. Flanking.
They're flanking.
Yeah, are we flanking?
They're flanking.
Oh, no.
So it cancels it out, but at least they're not going to get advantage on the rolls, which would have been even worse. So they're just on normal. 2 shots.
Alright.
That's 1.
And that's 19, okay. Oh god.
Is that 2? Yes. No,
Just
it's
missed.
not. Just missed.
Just missed.
Just missed. So you get 5 damage taken off you.
Alright.
But your dodge certainly would have helped quite substantially. And they're trying to take you to be one of them, and ignoring everyone else so far.
Wow.
What would you like to do? You gonna tell them off again?
I'm actually gonna step on the other skeleton's body while staring at the other 2.
Yep.
Cast a magic stone and then just throw it on the ground. Come on, my lass, try this. The dirt is a lot better than those little flims. And I turn back to the skeletons and ready my weapon to block them again.
Yep. So what does magic stone do for you?
Oh, it just it uses my wisdom to as a attack and damage modifier, and it's a ranged attack. 1d4. Anyone can pick them up and then throw it at the range, or use the stone.
Okay, cool.
Where'd you drop them?
Over here, just north of me.
Yeah, I got
That's how he's doing. Oh, actually no, and then I'm gonna move back. Yeah.
I've got caltrop somewhere in my list of assets, which I could have tried to find, but I didn't think of that way.
They're tiny rocks anyway. We can't really see it.
That's okay. And Boz.
Well, I'm going to step forward and try out these rocks. As a darts player, I wonder how rocks will do. I'd like to throw a rock at the skeleton on the right.
Yeah.
I'll use my magic stone thing.
I think that's the
It
only
does a
one.
lot better.
You also notice as the rock hits, which one, right or left?
Right.
Right, which way is my right? That right. You also notice as the rock hits, the skeletons, like the bones just shatter as the rocks touch the bone, and you seem like they're a lot more vulnerable to bludgeoning than they would be to pointy, sharp things which you've been using on them.
Magical bludgeoning, though.
Not
If
even
that makes
magical, but just bludgeoning.
All right.
So that did. Let's move that to the front
quite
so
a
you can
bit.
see. Oops.
Good.
That just did
Let's
18
keep throwing
points of
rocks.
damage.
Everyone come grab a rock and throw it.
Oops, I just deleted it, but it's there. I think there's an. There we go.
Hey guys, these rocks work really well. We should throw these instead.
Those are good.
Honey, those have been on the floor. I can't pick it up.
You need polished pebbles.
No,
Cleaned
that's
and
what
polished
makes them
pebbles.
better.
Ground and dirty.
Oh boy, yep.
Oh, it just went dark.
Oops, that was. Yeah, I'm trying to do a few different things as
I'll
possible.
bring my lantern back. It's all good.
No, it's there. Believe me, it's there.
He's messing with it. I have this
Oh.
weird.
There. It's
For some reason, the light for me is only applied to like a very small square.
No, it's there. It's working.
Oh,
Maybe it's my screen.
Maybe. But you're also in a small building.
my lantern somehow shines a lot less light now for no reason.
No, it's on right. It's on more than what it was.
I'm only seeing about 10 feet away from his light. Everything else is only visible to me because of the fog of
Light?
war.
Oh,
Ah, yeah. So fog of war will interact with. Itself.
Like I can't see fauna right now, even though I should be able to because of the lantern light.
because the lantern should be 30 feet light, right?
Let's say have a look. What we've got. Dim light enables global. I'm not going to do global illumination for you, but yes.
It used to do 30. I don't know why
It's-
suddenly there's 15 now.
Because it's 30-15.
Sorry?
Um,
It's a hooded lantern. It does.
okay.
Oh,
So
yeah,
try
there.
that. Is that better?
Yeah.
Is that better
Just
for everybody?
Now I can see Brescia, but still not fauna. I don't know why.
Oh, what? That's strange. I can see fauna.
Like this section on my map is not visible. That section there is not visible to me, but everything else is.
Yeah, I'm clicking on everyone's characters and they can see everything. And that may be
Huh.
your. Yeah.
I'm not sure why then. Okay, well,
everything should be right, I believe.
I've thrown my rock. My turn is done.
Oh, hold on. You don't have any vision.
Oh.
You made me blind?
You got dark vision as well? No?
No, I don't have dark vision. I
Yeah.
was just using his lantern light.
Is that better?
I'm still seeing the same thing.
Let's see. Sorry about this, guys, if you're watching. A little bit of teething problems somehow. And, of course, Roll20 is not allowing me to actually access your token. There we go. You've got sight. Should have that. Multiply 2. I'll give you 5/5 and then see if that works any better for you. Because you should be able to see the lantern. 4 players, has sight. There we go. 30, 30, 30 times 2. Does that help with anything?
Where am I? I accidentally scrolled to a different part of the map.
There you go. There's your zoom in.
I'm still getting a couple weird visual things, but I think it's better now.
Yeah. It may need a refresh. Can you see the skeleton? Can you do your... Oh, you've done your action. We'll go to Fauna. Do you want to refresh your browser? That may work it.
Yeah, I just did a refresh. Not sure.
So, Fauna?
We can deal with it later.
Yep.
I guess I will try to grab one of those stones and throw it.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, those are good rocks.
Didn't kill it, but certainly did a huge amount of damage. Actually, it hits this as it hits the actual the skeleton and hits the bones shatter and explode through the force of this tiny little rock that's just hit it. Any movement? any movement? Anything else?
No, I'll stay where I'm at.
Yeah, stay in the back. Speaking of staying in the back.
Alright, I'm gonna stay exactly where I am in the back and just use Produce Flame again. Sorry for cantrip.
Hey, if you've got a cantrip, use it. 14 is a hit, 4 fire damage. You've just killed it. Just set the last spider, or say last skeleton on fire. It goes down.
Hooray.
There you go. And you've saved
Crane.
Crane.
Good job, Crane. You're really good at standing there, crashing them. Keep doing that.
Don't like it, but I can try. You have been doing some pretty damn good rocks.
I can't die because if I die, they'll bury me in dirt.
Yeah, but you won't be aware of it.
Oh no. Alright, shall we move on? Or do we
I want to investigate this guard's room.
Yep. Do an investigation, please.
Okay, I will do that.
Yep. I'll read the little box text. This pocket chamber is damp and cold. The skeletons of 3 long-dead archers were still in here from when the citadel fell. And you can see small arrow slits on the southern wall, but there's rubble on the other side, so there's nothing there. So with that, you find a bunch of arrows sitting on the ground if you want them, and you see, and there's a scattering of coin. So let's do the coin.
Any important coins or just a bunch of?
Well, we've got 11 silver pieces. And 10 gold pieces.
I'll rummage around and collect the coin and mention to Archer friend, hey, there's some arrows in here if you want them.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Okay. So can you do an investigation, please, with the arrows?
Yep.
A little bit better. Specifically looking at the arrows, most of them are pretty much like all of them are going to be broken. They suffer damage in the tower's fall. There is one though which is not broken. It looks like it's in still pristine condition, and you now have an arrow +1.
Okay.
As in a magic arrow?
As in a magic arrow.
Nice.
There you
One
go.
magic arrow.
One single magic arrow. Shall you wish to use it?
That could come in handy.
I'll put it on your character sheet later as a one single off thing. Essentially doing another. I'll set up another bow with a single arrow resource, which is a +1.
Alright.
Otherwise, or before I do it, just tell me you're going to use it, and yeah.
Okay.
So you're still in a room in the tower shell. There's nothing else to be found in your investigations, at least in the guards room. The tower shell has 3 doors leading off them. One back to the courtyard, one to the south, and one to the north.
Can I go through this south door?
The south door, you can. I'll just open it up for you. There you go.
Oh wait, I didn't bring my torch. I'm gonna light a torch.
There we go.
I'm gonna follow behind you. If anybody else would like to go first, though, go ahead.
So far, I'm still working off the lantern light. Could I light a torch?
Yeah, I've just put your torchlight there. Just coming off your character.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm struggling with the light tokens. It's something's going on with them. In this room, where are we? Number 6. So masonry walls of this 20-foot wide hall are in poor repair. The far end has collapsed, filling the southern section with rubble. The western wall is much better shape than the other walls. It holds a stone door with a rearing dragon carved in relief on it. The door has a single keyhole situated in the rearing dragon's open mouth.
Well, that doesn't look good.
A keyhole. Well, see, I have these things called thieves' tools.
But do we want to go in there?
I want to go in there.
Why don't we look at the other room first before we...
It's a door to be unlocked.
So there's the dragon on it.
I don't think there's a dragon in there, do you?
I don't know. There was some undead skeletons in there.
Well, that's a good point.
Anything's possible. We don't really know where we are.
Oh, we're in the Sunless Citadel.
Yeah, but how did we get here?
We walk down the steps.
All right then. Fauna, you want to just go check out that room with me, or Crane? Crane, you're very good at distracting people.
Apparently.
Just
Well,
for
what
a
either
second.
room's
We
just
don't-
good as the other. I'll go just to have a look at the other room.
Just a look, just a peek inside.
Up to the north? Okay.
We'll holler if there's trouble.
If you hear screaming, run the other way.
Gotcha.
So once there's a token at the other room to open the door, I'll open the door for you. There you go. So you see
Oh,
a
the door's
long
just open.
corridor
Great.
All right.
with some doors near the end of the corridor, to the north, south, and at the end of the corridor.
All right, I'm content with that. We can go open the other door now.
While they're over there, I'm going to be admiring the artisanry of this dragon and comparing it to the artisanry of my rat talisman.
A lot higher quality.
Dang it!
you
I need to
think
get
this-
better.
You think this was done maybe by elves even?
Oh.
Hey Crane, can you give me a hand picking this lock?
Oh yeah, rocks. Those damn stuff. Just kick it like this. And I start trying to help him with thieves' tools. I'm actually proficient in it.
So you've got 2 people proficient. which means you can assist, which means you get advantage.
All right,
Also,
let me
what
add
I give-
advantage.
Wait, can I use guidance too to add on to that?
Let's just
that
get
over-
this lock. Let's get it.
That's how you do
It's
it.
a cantrip. Might as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So don't forget to click it on your sheet.
Do global skill modifiers apply to tools?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Also ability check. So
Yep.
Oh, shoot.
nice.
All right,
Okay.
25.
So I'll put this in chat so you just have an idea. So this is what's in chat. To bypass the magical lock using thieves tools, the DC 25.
What?
Yeah,
I have 25.
I know. You
Wow.
hear a click. And
Click,
as
click.
you hear a click and all this is going on,
Wow.
this happens as well. A giant rat comes out of the rabble from the
Oh, of course.
bottom of the room, and looks at all four of you, and then disappears back into the rubble.
Oh, so we know there's one there. That's good to know.
He's not going to take on all four of you by itself.
We can
But
find
yes,
more.
the door clicks. It hasn't opened yet, but the door clicks.
I'm gonna cast a magic stone. Let's get
Get some more rocks. Let's get some rocks.
How many magic
Oh, yeah.
stones is there in each magic stone?
Every time I cast it, I can enchant 3 of them. If I cast it again, the ones I've already enchanted lose effect.
Okay, so you can have 3 at a time. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Just curious of the spell. And I'm assuming it's a cantrip because you're using it all the time.
Yes, as it can.
Yeah.
I'm going to slowly push open the door.
Okay.
Or pull open if it pulls to open.
As the door opens, a hiss of noise and a puff of dust around the door indicate that the chamber beyond has been sealed for ages. Dust, long disturbed, covers every surface of this large gallery. The air here is stale. 3 alcoves on the northern wall and 1 on the southern wall contains dust-covered stone pedestals with a fist-sized crystalline globe resting on it. The globes on the north are all cracked and dark, but the globe on the southern alcove shines a soft blue light, and there's a faint tinkling notes. A faint tinkling notes issue from it, and that's where you find yourself.
A globe? I'm going to step into the room and see if I can see the rest of what's going on.
Yep.
So there's this one glowing one, but these ones above are not glowing?
Yes, the ones above are not glowing. They're dark and they look like they've been smashed. The one below in the south is glowing. You can hear something faint coming from it, as in sound.
Maybe if we fix the other ones, we can move on.
Does anybody have mending?
I think we do have someone with mending.
I raised my hand. I have mending.
Hey, Fauna, why don't you come over here and fix these globes?
I feel like something bad is going to happen if we fix those. But nobody's ever listened to me before. Let's do it.
You're scared of dirt. You're scared of dirt, so I think we'll be okay.
How is Bresser with dust, though? Because this entire room is dust.
It's dusty.
She's got her coat on, like, over her head, and she's got, like, a scarf that's, like, over her mouth right now.
Yep. The room in here is stale. It's not fresh. It has not been opened in a long time.
Stand in the doorway and just, like, watch you guys do that.
Yep. So who's going to cast mending on which one?
It's Fauna has the mending spell.
Step back, boss. Don't crowd me.
Okay.
I'll step back.
So click on your mending spell.
Yeah.
This spell requires a single break or tear in the object you touch. So as you start to look at the globe, or the orb, you think that there's just too many cracks and too many breaks in the orb. It looks like it's been shattered almost.
How big are the orbs?
Not so big.
Okay.
So, not a bowling ball, but maybe grapefruit size, yeah.
So the other solution is to break the last one. So I'm going to see if I can... I'll ask Crane, may I have one of your rocks?
Here you go. I hand him one of the rocks. Are you going to throw it?
I'm going to throw it at the orb.
All right.
Okay. So, as you throw the stone, does it hit? It shouldn't be hard. Well, no, there we go. Can I get a wisdom saving throw, please?
From who?
Everyone.
What?
Everyone? Okay.
DC 15. I was about to say this might be important.
Sorry.
I was going to say this may be a good idea to use inspiration. Because it is DC 15. But you've already got 2 rolls.
Since I rolled... Are we just using the first roll then?
First
roll.
roll.
Accidentally rolled 2?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Personally got it.
Where are we? So what happens here is that little tinkering noise that you're hearing from the orb starts getting louder and louder and louder, and it becomes so overpowering, so loud, that you can't even stand in the room, and it's piercing your skull, and it's just insanely loud that you can't think straight, you can't act, you can't do anything but try to get away from that noise.
Okay.
And
I'm going to
even
leave the room, I
yourself
suppose.
are in that sound. Ursame, with Fana, you passed. You're the only one that did. It is at a level of a very loud rock concert for you. As in, it's right up there, but you're able to stand it. You don't know how long for, but you're able to stand it. Everyone else pretty much has to get out of here. That is your job.
We're headed out. Up to you, Fauna.
Even in boss, even when you reach the tower, it's still there.
I still gotta run?
It's still, that sound is bellowing.
What if I hide in the guard room?
You can hide. Are you closing doors? No one's closing doors.
Oh yeah, we probably should close doors.
Behind us. I don't think we can get a 25 again. We should try going the other way. Isn't there another door in that room?
There was another door,
still
but
with the orb.
There was another door, but you don't know. You needed to clear out of that room immediately.
Okay.
You can't spend it.
Let's go back to the steps. That should be far enough away.
I'm just gonna be like, bye, Fauna. And close. No, wait, that sounds bad though. Alright, bye, Fauna, and I close the room. Am I far enough away with the door closed?
Could you stop that unearthly noise?
There you go.
I'm going to avoid the trap again.
Okay, so you're avoiding the trap. You're running away. Fana, are you walking with them, or are you just going?
Is there some sort of check that I can try to, if I try to know what that orb is? You know, why it's doing that?
Well, it's obvious that it's magical.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a given. But you don't, like, even with a check, you probably wouldn't know what it's about.
Alrighty.
but it certainly, as soon as someone tried to attack it, it started up.
No, it started before it.
No,
Didn't
it's
it?
when you
No,
Oh, wait,
when
that's
it
right.
touched. I had to check that you
I
hit
threw
it.
a rock at it.
I had to check
Yeah.
that you hit it, and you hit it,
Just-
and that's when it started.
Just destroy it. That's the easy solution. Just keep hitting it.
Not sure if that's a good idea. She can't hear you though. So.
No, I can't. I'm just kind of looking at, what an odd device. And I'll just kind of head out, close the door, just kind of calmly walk
You don't
out.
you don't hear the door latch, but because the noise level where it goes down a little bit as you close the door.
Is that enough for us to start walking back?
Boz and Crane, you the noise is a little bit less, but still, it's loud. It's still, it's not
But
just
we
one
can
door.
stand it wherever we are now, right?
You can, but you're at its limit.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna
So-
wait. I'm gonna chill out and
What?
just wait for either Fauna or who else left?
so if you're going to close the door here, the level goes just enough where people can move about again.
Oh.
Okay, so we got 2 doors in front of it. That's enough.
Yep. But it's still loud, even with that. Even with 2 doors in front
Okay.
of it, it is still loud. And it's just this, bellowing noise. But you can now act as such.
So what have we
That's
learned
right.
from this?
We learned not to attack giant glowing orbs.
Yeah, I was gonna
Really?
mention that, boss. Before you
That's
do
good
that.
Before that, to not go into dusty rooms.
Well, I think it's kind of a given we're going to be in dusty rooms, but perhaps not throw rocks at unknown magical objects.
Okay, I can see literally nothing now on my screen. Like it's all just fog of war.
The lantern, I think, was put into the wall.
I thought I had a torch.
What's going on for the lighting? You've got lighting on your character of 10 foot by 10 foot and has sight.
That's weird. If you move your vision to my vision, does it let you see?
Yep. And I can see, and everything's working from my vision.
No idea why it's not working on mine then.
Yeah. Maybe your hardware acceleration isn't working on your browser. Because that also...
There you go.
Yeah. On the upside,
Okay.
at least you have a map. We've played where someone didn't have the map loaded because the internet was too slow at the time. It was a case of just tell us, just make sure the description's good.
What?
So, oops, there's a little bit of fade there. Okay. So yeah, the sound level goes down. It's still loud, but it's bearable. For those that failed, it's still ringing in your head, but it's not bouncing around as strongly as it was. But you certainly, if someone was asleep anywhere in this fortress, they would be awake.
Oh no. We set off the alarm. So happened we did a rocket thing. Can I barricade? Well, where did Nyani go?
Huh? I'm kind of out, probably.
She's over here.
Yeah, she's over
Like I said, I cannot see the map at all. Okay, over there in the tower still.
Yep.
Well, actually, now she's about over.
I'm a little closer.
Yeah, right.
Can we
down there.
barricade the door since that would have woken people up?
We need to get out of here. We shouldn't lock ourselves in.
No, this door.
Oh yeah.
The 2 doors that are in the tower. Just we'll
You can pick
hold up
up
in the
some
tower.
rocks and put them in front of the door.
Can we start moving this rubble in front of these doors? No, wait. Or is that getting too close?
The rubble that you can find on the ground is not very big. The rubble at the bottom of the room that you were in, with the giant rat that came out with the door. That was sizable enough to actually start building it, but inside these buildings, there's less rubble. But you can find rubble everywhere.
In the first courtyard, you said it was surrounded by rubble. Is that rubble large enough?
That's certainly large enough. Yeah. It
can I start moving rocks in front of these doors?
As you start moving into outside of that courtyard to try to pick up rubble, you notice that there's quite a lot of it, and it's very unstable. And as soon as you start, even 5 foot, you think that it's going to be very dangerous. And you can see that there's things in the darkness at the edge of your light that are moving in there as well.
Okay, so not that.
Yeah.
What if we just continue on into the other hallway? Pretend this
are we able to, or is the sound preventing us from getting that close?
You can move now, so you can move through there. It's just if you open the door below, the sound will go back up to that level again.
Wait, you two aren't affected by the sound, are you?
Me? I mean, I can hear a bit of it, but it's not that bad.
What if I find ways to either